My mother wrote me an email, said she's selling my father's truck. This is like Dad and the truck driving to Chubby's restaurant 6 o'clock in the morning every day is what defines my father as my father. We're from small town Orland, Indiana, where Dad drove the truck today. My grandfather drove the truck to the restaurant every day. My father is like my father. Guess what? I broke the chain. I don't drive the truck to Chubby's restaurant and do it. Now, in one way, my mother is sad because I'm not like father. But my mother's selling the truck, so she's kind of breaking a cycle, right? And I know she feels like she's preparing to die, and she wants to get everything clean so that she doesn't do what her mother did, what my grandfather Graham did, what my grandfather, everybody does, is they unload all this stuff on the children. And only at age, well, we don't really care. I really don't care either way because, I just don't care. I mean, to me, what you unload on your children is, in a way, their wall, right? Is what they accept, right? I don't have anybody unload anything on me. Okay, basically, I do it if I want to do it, but I have a wall. I have a boundaries, right? And the idea that my mother would die and leave a house empty, I know my sisters, they would all come in. I got 3 sisters and a brother. They'd all come in and just seize the thing, and I don't have to do anything. But my mother selling the truck is a kind of like one of the moments in life where Mom's selling what Dad is, right? And I'm proud of her, but I don't think she realizes, and I told her, I said, get ready for a good feeling. Once she unties all these things, she's going to be free to go visit her grandchildren. She also keeps telling me about the $500 a month oil bill that she's got, an oil burner radiator service, and every month she has to pay $500 or $800 or $900. And it's like, I really always wonder when anybody in America will have the last straw, that the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is overwhelming to her, and so she's letting go. And when I get back home, I will encourage her to have the world's biggest garage sale, not so she can die, but so she can live. I want her free from mental bandwidth being used on a bunch of things that nobody cares about. She cares about them, the memories, but each one of those memories is also, it's not just a memory that you're keeping when you hoard these things. It's a ball and chain that ties you to the past. Everybody wants to say go live one day at a time or live the future, but no, they hoard the memories of the past until one day they can't move. And I think the most freedom that you could ever have is if your house burned down. Whether good or bad, 3 times in my life I just sort of walked away. I walked away from Bloomington, Indiana, left a lot of things in Bloomington, Indiana, and never looked back. I left Midland, Michigan, a bunch of stuff, and never looked back. And I left Fort Wayne, Indiana, and left a lot of things, never looked back. We act like we're going to miss these things and like somehow they're going to torture us, but they don't. I'm actually so free that you guys that watched this video, it was a very emotional turmoil for me to have an apartment in Caratogo. I started doing the exact same stupid shit I did in America. I start hoarding stuff. I start owning stuff. The stuff owns me, okay? Well, I'm wise enough to dump everything and take off and travel, and I'm free. And you guys don't understand. The world uses all these little things. Where my father, she couldn't sell the truck while Dad was alive because it's like Dad needed to sell the truck, right? But Dad would never let go. Can you let go? I know it's beyond the power of a well man nowadays to pick up his bed and walk. That's Henry David Thoreau. I read that when I was 16, and I've always held on to it because you just can't do it. You guys come up with 100 excuses on why you have a responsibility to protect what you purchased. It's not what we purchase in life, it's what we live in life. I could give a frickin' thing. When somebody shows me their car, their truck, there's nothing wrong with having having pride in your car and your truck and keeping it clean. But I also think there's pride in... I was in... Guy talked me out of it. I was in Colorado, and I drove that van all the way to Colorado. I was seriously going to just drive it up to a cliff and push it off and fly back home. And or I tried to give it to him, but he talked me out of it. And my mother keeps telling me, what do you want to do with the van? What do you want to get? I'm really thinking about going home and torching it. I have a van in my parents' house, in the garage. I pay them $50 a month for storage. Great excuse on how to give them $50 a month, right? But I'm thinking about going home and torching it. You want to see me torch it? Hey, somebody give me $100 and I'll go home and torch it. Think I won't do it? Andy Graham, Hobo Traveler, proud of my mother for selling the truck. She's now going to set herself free at age 80. Don't do this at age 80. Do it at age 25. Do it at age 16. Do it. Walk away from buying. The less things you have in life, the richer you are. You buy things to hoard things to somehow prove that you're okay. The less things you have, the richer you are. I think Mahatma Gandhi said that.